What is up, guys? Welcome here, welcome back. We have a lot of news to get to in today's video, so let's get right into it. We have a few BrickLink Series 6 things to discuss, as well as a load of newly leaked city and 3-in-1 creator sets that have just come out, so we're going to talk about those and what those mean for the upcoming summer waves that are going to be coming out very soon. As well as I want to take a look at a video from a few months ago from a designer that works at LEGO who works on the city theme, and he said something very interesting that I want to discuss because it says a lot for what's to come for the future of LEGO themes like city and creator 3-in-1 sets. All that more in today's video right now. So it looks like BrickLink Designer Series 6 sets. Those were the Outlaw Forest Den, the Sequoia Tree Trail, Off-Road Adventure, and that painting factory, or the art factory rather, is going to be shipping out soon. So, like we talk about, if you pre-ordered this set 6 months ago, you are probably going to be getting close to being charged for this set in the coming days, the coming weeks, and it's going to be shipping out because they obviously have received them in store. This is an Instagram post from BrickLink. So they have officially received them from LEGO after they've been created and stuff, because BrickLink has LEGO create all the stuff. Now they're going to be sending those out to all the people who pre-ordered these sets back when Series 6 pre-orders went up for launch. So we should be getting these sets very soon. It'll be fun to get a lot of new videos from the community on the Wild West Gold Mine as well as the Outlaw Forest Den. Because Outlaw Forest Den is a very interesting set because it comes with those special shields that are printed Wolfpack shields that were only available with the Beastmaster that came out in Series, 27 CMF. That'll be fun to get into once people start actually receiving those. Now, next I want to talk about the Creator 3-in-1 sets as well as the city sets that have just been leaked. I want to talk about all the sets, the information that we have on them, and what it means, what our thoughts are on them, and just so on and so forth. So starting off with Creator 3-in-1, it looks like we're getting a cute Easter bunny that is going to be 66 pieces. That is set 30716. It's obviously going to be coming out around Easter, which is around April sometime. So there's nothing really big there. It's a 66-piece set, probably a poly bag, just a small little set. But the next set we have is going to be coming out in June, the big June wave. All these sets are going to be coming out in June for the big summer wave. Now, this is set 31383, the floral perfume bottle. Now, it's going to be coming out at 286 pieces. Now, the floral perfume bottle almost sounds like kind of botanical in a way, but it's going to be interesting to see what that looks like, because with these 3-in-1 sets, we really don't know what the other two builds are, because obviously the main build is the one that's advertised, the floral perfume bottle. We don't really know what the other options are for that. Maybe like something to do with a girl's makeup of some kind, so that'll be interesting to see what those turn into. Next is a very big and interesting one for a lot of pirate fans. This is going to be set 31387, the legendary pirate ship, coming out 1,074 pieces, again coming out in June. But like I said, we don't know what these other builds are going to be of this legendary pirate ship. Obviously, we've had the pirate ship Creator 3-in-1 that just retired last year. That was a big set for everyone. We get the pirates and the castle 3-in-1 sets. Those have now since retired, so it looks like that is going to be just continuing on, where they make that set, they retire it, then they update it, make a new one, like they did with the Horse Knight's Castle from the Black Falcon's Castle. So this one, the previous one was called Pirate Ship. This one's called Legendary Pirate Ship. My only thought on that is maybe gold, maybe royal looking. Hopefully it's not just a Redbeard like remake, but obviously we're going to be getting a lot of new pirate minifigures from that. We're going to be getting a new captain, hopefully, and obviously a lot of pirate-esque features in the set. So it'll be fun to see what that actually looks like. And at 1,000 pieces, that's pretty big set. So it's going to probably ring right around the $100 to $125 range like the Horse Knight Castle does. But that's going to do that for the legendary pirate ship. The next Creator 3-in-1 set that came out, or is coming out, is the set 31389, the iconic Ferris wheel. Now, this is another big set at 916 pieces. Probably going to be like parade or circus or fair inspired. Like, you can make a Ferris wheel, you can make a carousel, maybe, I don't know, some other sort of like ride that you would see at the fair, I'm assuming, because that's what usually these Creator 3-in-1 sets do, is like they'll make an animal and then the other two are animal builds, and then like just so on and so forth. Like the camera, it's different little camera type things. So I'm just assuming that those will all be in that same vein as the circus fair type builds. Next is set 31390, the floral wall art at 348 pieces. Now that's a fairly small set for a piece of wall art. Obviously, wall art, it's going to be a picture that you're hanging up on the wall, like they do some of the other builds they've been coming out with lately. I could see that simply being different paintings that you can put together and probably hang on your wall. Next is set 31391 at 272 pieces. It is going to be fashion handbag with storage. Now, I don't know fashion handbag with storage, what that means. I'm assuming that's probably not the final name of this set, with storage, because it sounds kind of silly. But obviously, fashion handbag, another girl-inspired-esque thing. Maybe some sort of makeup stuff along with it for the other builds. I don't know. But maybe something that you can put up on the shelf that looks kind of nice, because we've gotten those cameras, the camcorder things a while back as a 3-in-1 that kind of look cool to set up as like trinkets or something, like old styled trinkets or something. So that's what I'm assuming that one's going to be at. Now next is set 31392. Now this is the musical piano with cat. Now it's going to be 486 pieces, and we have a price tag on this one of $40. Now musical piano with cat, I have no clue what this is going to be, other than maybe a piano with a cat sleeping on top of the piano. At 486 pieces, it would be fairly small. But I mean, the other two sets could be musical instruments. Could be, I don't know. Musical piano with cat is so random. I have no clue what the other bills could be or what this one would even look like. And at $40, it's not very big, but yeah. And the last set we have is the Majestic Lions at 839 pieces, which is interesting because Majestic Lions, plural, means that we're probably going to be getting more than just one lion in that one build, and then, or you're getting 3 different lions. I'm not quite sure. It's interesting names. Sometimes these names change and they're just like working names, but obviously 830 pieces, that's quite a bit of pieces for a Creator 3-in-1. So that's going to be a more expensive build, but it looks like the biggest one we're going to be getting this summer in June is the Legendary Pirate Ship. So I know a lot of us are going to be excited to see what that one actually finally looks like. But next up, I want to talk about all the leaked city sets that are going to be coming out in June. So starting off, we have the continuance of the construction theme. Now, for those of you who know me, you know I love the construction theme. And what they've done with it as of late, we're going to talk about it later in that video that talks a lot about what's to come with the construction theme and just the city theme in general. But this yellow backhoe loader set 60480 is going to be coming out for $30 and 300 pieces in June. Now, $30 is a very nice price tag for a yellow backhoe loader. Obviously, that's going to be going in line with the other construction theme sets we've got, with that same yellow and that elephant kind of logo that they're going with all these sets. So I'm really happy to see that we're getting the construction theme expanded upon 2 years now in a row. So that's going to be cool to see that get expanded. Next is going to be set 60492, the passenger airplane, coming out for $30. Now this is 118 pieces. Now the yellow backhoe loader that we just talked about is 300 pieces for $300. This is 118 pieces for $30. Or did I say $300? $30. But my guess is the passenger airplane is going to have big, unique pieces to make that like shuttle look for the passengers to like sit in through the window. That piece is going to be probably unique to this set, and that's why it's so expensive and only has 118 pieces. So that's probably why that's going to be so expensive, but it looks like we're getting the airport area of the city theme be expanded upon with a passenger airplane, so that's cool to see. Next up, we have another construction-themed set that is going to expand the construction theme. That is set 60494, dump truck and front loader for $120. Now, this is going to be 1,100 pieces, so that's really cool, man, that we've gotten now 2 construction themes coming out in the summer. That's what they did the previous year, was they had one set come out in January, which we've had this year, which was the cement truck previously. And then later on, we had 2 more construction theme sets. The June release, the June wave, is always the big wave for LEGO to put out sets, because they're putting those out to get them on store shelves, so get the first initial rush gone, have time to restock all these sets for the upcoming November and Christmas wave that's going to be coming 6 months later, and to get those out in the public eye for kids to see them in stores and ask for them for Christmas. So that's why June and summer is always the big heavy hitter month for Lego, and why you're seeing a lot of these sets come out. But it's cool to see the construction theme, again, like I said, expanded upon, and not just, hey, give us 2 sets and then move on and change it all up. But they're actually using the elephant logo to continue, and just, it feels like you're actually buying into like a big story that's being told, and like we're just going to keep expanding our city with like through line continuity. I really like that, so I hope that continues. Next is set 60496, the pizzeria with delivery vehicles. Now it's going to be $50 at 494 pieces. So obviously we're getting a little pizzeria build with delivery vehicles. Now it's plural, obviously, so we're going to be getting maybe at least at the minimum 2 maybe random vehicles with, like, you know how people deliver pizza and they'll put the little thing on the roof of the car and they'll like deliver pizza. I could see that. I could see them doing like actual vehicles that are owned by the company, so they're like maybe the same color, same style as the pizzeria itself. Who knows what that's going to be, but $50, not bad for 494 pieces. Next is going to be set 60497, the automatic car wash, for $55 at 583 pieces. Nothing too big there, just a new car wash. It says automatic car wash, so I'm guessing you're going to have like the big fuzzy things that can, like, you can drive through and like they obviously spin and stuff, like they're cleaning the car. Next is a very unique one at 60501, Lava Land Amusement Park, for $100, 1,100 pieces. Now, Lava Land Amusement Park, I could see that probably. I have no idea what Lava Land Amusement Park could be in, like, terms of, because you know how like sometimes you'll get like Mist Island, and you know it's going to be like a watery themed thing. Lava Land Amusement Park, I'm not quite sure what that could be. Maybe a roller coaster. I wouldn't think it would be roller coaster because it would probably have roller coaster in the name. Lava Land Amusement Park almost seems like you're going to be getting a couple different builds, and it's like literally the whole place is Lava Land Amusement Park, and it's all like inspired by like flames and fire and stuff. So at $100, it's going to be the fairly big set for the summer wave. We'll just see how that all plays out. Next is the 60506 Classic Beach Tram for $70, 693 pieces. Now, Classic Beach Tram is so interesting because tram is usually in relation to train, like one of those like old styled trains that like run along tracks. If you ever know about San Francisco, they used to have them go up and down the streets like the big hills. You could just get in and ride them, and they go back and forth. Very simple, very easy to get in, get off, not too much to them. But it's going to obviously be beach inspired, and for some reason classic inspired. So I'm not quite sure what that is about, but we'll have to see what that is. Next is set 60509. This is a port freight train with crane and truck. Now this is going to be $99 at 803 pieces. Now, this is port freight train with crane and truck. Now, we saw a while back the construction theme come out. You got the 2 construction themed sets. We got that recovery tow truck. And in that recovery tow truck, that orange recovery tow truck, we got the yellow construction like little dump truck. But the set was not geared toward the construction theme and the sub theme whatsoever. I could see this happening again with this set, the port freight train with crane and truck, because what could the truck be other than a yellow construction truck? I know we got that surfing like lifeguard truck a while back that a lot of you guys in the community turned into construction themed truck, which one of you guys actually sent to me. I thought it was one of the coolest things ever. I could see them actually making this truck actually be like have the elephant logo on it and make it actually a construction truck to be in the port with the freight train and crane, because obviously the train's going to be coming through and the crane's going to be lifting off the cargo off of the train, I'm guessing, and the truck is going to just be a like bystander that like works at the facility or something like that. So $100 is going to be a big set. So it'll be interesting to see what that looks like. Now, obviously, we're also getting the 60510 City Advent Calendar for 2026, like we always get. So that's nothing new. That'll be coming out in September. All the rest of these are obviously June, the ones that we've talked about so far. This is the only one that's going to be coming out in September. Now, next is set 60511. This is called the Vintage Steam Train for $90. Now, it's only 575 pieces, but the fact that it's called Vintage Steam Train is so interesting because this is going to be a very unique set, not just like a normal train like you'd see in a city. Vintage Steam Train almost seems like it's like part of a ride at an amusement park or something. So it'll be interesting to see what that actually comes out to be. Now, the next set is a very unique set. The only thing we have for it right now is that it's set 60512, and it's in quotations called the Great Vehicles. We have no idea what the piece count is. We have no idea what the price is going to be. Who knows what great vehicles could mean? I could imagine it just being, I don't really know. I have no idea what great vehicles could mean. So if you guys have any idea what great vehicles could mean for the city theme, please let me know. It'll be interesting to see what that actually turns out to be. So I'll have to keep an eye on that one. Next up, I want to discuss this video that came out from Duck Bricks. It's called Lego City Just Upped Their Game, Hands-On with 2026 Sets. Now, in this video, the designer created the January wave. So he had the service truck, he had the plow truck, the delivery little yellow Lego truck, as well as the construction cement truck. Now, I want to touch on what he says in this video at this particular moment, at 26:28, where it begins, and give my thoughts on it after I play it, because there's something very interesting in the video that I find very exciting and very just good to hear from Lego themselves. So without further ado, let's get on into the video right now.
Construction. So, 2024, we revamped how we do Lego construction. We added branding for the first time. We upped the color, so it wasn't just the normal Lego yellow, but it was the more darker tones. We started looking at how we get the aesthetics to align more, and we started looking at it as more of a collectible range over several years.
We started looking at the line as a collectible range that could last over the years.
The aesthetics to align more, and we started looking at it as more of a collectible range over several years instead of this is 2024, here's 10 construction vehicles, we expect that you get all of them.
Okay, so for those of us, this isn't just people who are fans of the construction sub-theme. This is fans who are fans of the Coast Guard that you see in the video. Fans that are just fans of like city vehicles, like the construction, or not construction, like the trash truck, even police, even fire trucks. What he's saying is they've looked at the themes and said, okay, usually we do this thing where we just throw out all these sets and then like move on. What's happening with Lego right now is they want, he said this earlier in the video, that the service theme to be dedicated to green, which you'll see all the service vehicles, like a plow truck going up and down the streets, cleaning them, street sweepers, trash trucks. I'm sure there's a lot of other ideas going around in Lego's mind that could be service vehicles. Then you obviously have fire trucks, all dedicated to red, police, all dedicated to blue, delivery vehicles dedicated to yellow. We'll obviously probably get a new yellow delivery vehicle every now and then. The Coast Guard, now that new orange, that's obvious. We're gonna get more Coast Guard. The construction theme, that new orangish yellow color. So they are like trying to like get it to where people like know, oh, that color's this, which I love so much because like I got some of the old construction sets and like the new ones, like they only came out with like a dump truck and an excavator, and like they didn't like give you all the things you needed for like a big construction company, essentially. So to now be able to like have a fleet of like have all your service vehicles lined up, like the trash truck, the plow truck, and then be the same color green, have the same types of logos, right? Have the construction like lined up. I'm sure one day we'll probably get a yard of like where the construction company goes and like ends at the night and like puts all their vehicles away. As well as the Coast Guard, you're going to have more like the boat, the helicopter, and more things in those lines. I just love that so incredibly much. And this guy's basically confirmed that over the next couple of years, he said 10, kind of tongue in cheek. You can be like, oh my gosh, we've gotten 4 so far. That means we're probably going to get 6 more. But this happened in 2024 when they looked at this and said, okay, let's do this. Let's make a lot of years of, let's, in winter, release 1, in summer, release 2. That makes it to where it's good for the consumer because we're not getting hammered with, oh my gosh, I got to buy 10 of these like he said. And also just fun to be like, okay, now this is like what I want from the castle theme is like, now we have something to hold on to. Like, okay, we know now we're getting 2 in the summer, which came to fruition. I just read off what's coming, the dump truck, the excavator or front loader and whatever else. And then next January, we're going to get 1 probably. And then summer, we're going to get 2. So this is so exciting because now it's so exciting to be able to like be like, okay, what's the next thing we want? And we can tell Lego and they'll be like, okay, let's give them that because the community's clamoring for that. So if you guys have any ideas for service vehicles, any ideas for construction vehicles, Coast Guard, let me know in the comments. Let everyone know in the comments so that we can all like it and get it to the top. And then just let Lego know. We can talk about this more in the community, what we want, because they're literally doing it. And this is so exciting. I'm so happy to see this from Lego. Like I said, I feel like a broken record, but I'm just so happy that they're finally like doing something really cool that I'm like, okay, now I'm willing to put my money out there and collect the line because we know that we're like going to get a full fleet of construction vehicles, a full fleet of service vehicles that you would need to take care of a city. I'm so excited for the coming years for Lego, for City. This is the most excited I've ever been for City. And yeah, let's just watch a little bit more.
This is 2024. Here's 10 construction vehicles. We expect that you get all of them. This year, we're launching the cement truck. Spin that around so you guys can see a bit better. So again, does the same stuff that you can on the others. You've got it's going to sit 2 figures. All of our vehicles.
I don't think there's much more about it, but let's just watch the beginning and see what he says about
so be a little bit more of the things that's always worked and just do them a little bit better if we can. We've tried to align our design, so be a little bit more design thinking, a bit more conscious of our decisions that we've been making. And this year, I'm just going to show you and demonstrate a few of the new things. So,
just to point out, I am really surprised that they made the Coast Guard just because they're kind of like, I don't want to say military, but they're kind of military. They're right on the line of military, I guess, in a way. They don't carry weapons, but I guess they're not military. They go out and like save people, I guess, but I thought they did more than just save people, but it's interesting because Lego doesn't want to dabble into military whatsoever. But the Coast Guard sets look awesome. I can't believe people weren't more hyped about them because I was hyped about them.
You'll know that City is a little bit color coded. So we've got your blue for police, your red for fire. We've got yellow for construction.
Like, here's what I was talking about, the logos. I wish this one had a circle around it. Just like when you have them all together, they kind of look cool. Man, I'm so excited that we're like finally confirmed. Like we're getting a bunch of construction vehicles, getting service vehicles. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so excited about it, dude.
This year, I was dabbling with different colors in the theme as we were, and we started looking into what is the city services, because the problem with having such a large assortment like City is that it could become quite easy for the vehicles to look quite similar unless you do it intentionally. So the first 2 products I would like to talk about is some of our city services stuff, where we went for that green color palette. Now,
I love this, dude.
Started in 2024, where it was a little bit of a facelift.
That's basically it. But just like looking at these, I don't know why, just looking at these like next to each other, they just look so good. Like that, you know that they're like white cab, green service vehicle, like even the red and white on them. I don't know, man. I just love continuity. I don't like my stuff to be all like sporadically, I don't like my stuff to just be sporadically and like random because it makes it look cheap. I like it to be well thought out, just like how Lion Knight's Castle Medieval Town Square. I know I'm a broken record on that, but I love those because of the architecture in Medieval Town Square is what is in Lion Knight's Castle. So it's like, you know, they kind of go together. You know that they made them to like go together in the same town or something. And that makes me excited to put it on my shelf. You know, I really appreciate that so much. That's one of my biggest, like, oh man, I will get really excited if Lego like doubles down on that. Doubles down on story, like lore, and just like, I don't know, I just love that. And they're literally doing it. So this is really exciting to me. Hope it's exciting for you guys to hear about and just talk about the upcoming city theme, because I myself, I do not have any city sets. The only city I have is the excavator and the construction vehicles. I have never collected city, never been one to collect city. I only collected Star Wars my whole life, basically. Then I kind of got into Castle when Lionheart's Castle came out. And that got me excited for that. But now seeing like what they're doing with this, I don't want to miss out on these, like the plow truck, the recycling truck, even though it's not something that I like, I'm going to play with. I want to get them just to like put on a shelf to like have for the future of like, oh dude, look at all the service vehicles lined up. They're so cool. They're like, look at all the construction vehicles lined up. And like, I don't know, that just excites me to think about what's to come, as well as like the well-designed nature of the sets that we are already getting. So let me know some of your thoughts in the comments below. And this was a pretty crazy sporadic video. I know it was a big city vehicle video. Let me know if you are a fan of city. I don't touch on that theme a lot, but yeah, it was fun to get into. But that's gonna do it for today. I'm gonna get on out of here, so I will see you in the next video.